Hi, my name is Wayne Knapp and I'm the Safety Administrator for the Presbyterian Church of Queensland. This safety presentation is based on the requirements of the Queensland Building Fire Safety Regulation for the Rockhampton Southside Presbyterian Church. The church is located at Denham Street, Rockhampton, and the complex consists of a converted cinema, which contains a 400 to 500 seat auditorium, along with a function hall, a number of offices upstairs and offices downstairs, as well as a kitchen. In this presentation, we'll look at the location of the firefighting equipment, the use of the firefighting equipment, the escape routes, exits and assembly areas, and the evacuation procedure itself. We'll also look at the specific duties of event leaders and assistants. A full version of the fire and evacuation plan is available from myself on Elvanto and from church leadership. Location of the firefighting equipment. There are a number of firefighting equipment appliances located throughout this complex. Firstly, at through each of those passageways where the exit signs are on either side of the stage, there are fire hose reels located. There is a fire extinguisher located at the sound desk, which is suitable for use on electrical fires. There is a fire hose reel located at the rear of the auditorium behind this small cupboard door. There is a chemical-based extinguisher located as you exit the auditorium. It is located near the switchboard. There's also a chemical-based extinguisher located just inside the offices. There is another one located inside the kitchen along with a fire blanket. And in the auditorium, in the function room beside the auditorium, as you enter into the function room to the left, there is a chemical extinguisher along with another fire hose reel. There is also a fire hose reel able to be accessed if you go down the exit at the front of the function room and turning left, there is a fire hose reel located there. Use of the equipment. First, it is important to only use firefighting equipment if it is safe to do so and you're confident in using it. Fires are dangerous and you should be certain that you will not endanger yourself or others when attempting to put out the fire. If you're not confident in using it or you do not feel safe, remove yourself from the building. This is a chemical-based extinguisher. It can be used on all types of fires, including electrical fires. They're easily identifiable by the white band. And to operate this extinguisher, you pull the pin, which is located here. You hold the extinguisher upright and then you break the seal when the pin is pulled. Once this has been done, it will release the trigger and allow you to discharge the extinguisher. You aim the nozzle, which is located here. Before approaching the fire, it's a good idea to test the extinguisher first. Once this has been done, aim the nozzle at the base of the fire. By doing this, you'll hit the fuel source. If you aim at the flames, there's a good chance the powder will go right through and have little effect at all. You squeeze the trigger. You do this by pressing these two handles together. And this will release the pressurized extinguishing agent. And you sweep from side to side. Start using the extinguisher from a safe distance away, and then slowly move forward and continue to sweep until the fire is completely out. Keep an eye on it to ensure the fire does not reignite. Fire blankets are used to put out fires that extinguishers cannot work on, or that water will not work on alone, and they'll also assist people whose clothing might be on fire. They can be used on wood fires, paper fires, or flammable liquids like oil or gas. To use the fire blanket, you'll firstly need to remove it from the wall, and this is done by pulling these two white tabs at the bottom. Unfold the blanket so it's completely open, and hold the fire blanket with your hands wrapped in the top edge of the blanket. This will protect your hands from heat and flames. Cover the flames completely with the fire blanket by throwing or placing the blanket on top of the fire and leaving it there until the fire goes out. Let the blanket cool for 30 minutes to an hour after the fire is out, and as with most blankets, it can be reused by folding it up and returning it to the wall-mounted holder. The final rule again, regardless of what type of equipment you choose to use to fight a fire, always position yourself with an exit or means of escape at your back before you attempt to put out a fire. And again, only attempt to use equipment if you're confident in using it and it is safe to do so. The escape routes. There are a number of escape routes from this complex. If you're in the worship centre, the main auditorium, there are escape routes located either side of the stage. The main escape route, however, is back out through the front doors. There's another door located as you're looking at the kitchen to the left. It's an exit which runs out to Denham Street. And there's another exit located which leads out onto the disabled ramp. There are also exits located down past the toilets, which is accessed by going down the passageway, down the stairs, and then through the doorway at the end of this passage. If you're in the function room, there is an exit located at the far side of the function room, which is coming into visibility now. That goes down some stairs and out through a door, which then runs out onto the laneway. The main exit from the function room is down through those stairs there. If you're coming down from the function rooms upstairs, again, it is down these stairs, and there is another exit located at the base of these stairs. The assembly point is located opposite the complex in Denham Street, and it's reached by crossing the road. Care will be needed to do this. The evacuation procedure itself. If you are the first person to locate a fire, alert the group leader, and only if it is safe to do so, attempt to extinguish the fire. Remember to make sure you have a clear exit before doing so. Meanwhile, other members of the group should prepare to evacuate. On hearing an evacuation instruction, immediately cease all activities, and only if it's safe to do so, switch off any appliances or other equipment. Assist any person experiencing difficulty with the evacuation, and take a quick look to your left and right to see who is sitting or standing nearby. Walk quickly and calmly to the assembly area via the nearest exit, and at the assembly area, form into groups to assist the leader to ensure everyone has been evacuated. Report to the leader if you cannot locate the person who was to your left or right before you left the building, and do not re-enter the building under any circumstances. Remain at the assembly area until otherwise instructed, and if for any reason you need to leave, please advise the leader. If you're the evacuation coordinator or person leading an activity or program, there are additional duties to be performed as part of the evacuation process. You need to firstly investigate the fire situation. If there is any doubt, call the fire services. You need to ensure the safe evacuation of all persons from the building. You need to account for them at the assembly area. You need to ensure people do not attempt to re-enter the building, and you need to meet the fire services and advise them of any information relevant to the emergency. As there are a number of tasks needed to be completed, it may be necessary to share these duties between attendees to ensure a safe evacuation. These duties include checking the function room next door from the auditorium, checking the toilets, checking the offices, and checking each room and office upstairs. If any room or building is unable to be entered, the emergency services are to be advised on their arrival, and this will be the first area which they will address. It is recommended that the evacuation coordinator or person leading an activity allocate these tasks at the beginning of each event. In the case of the Southside Church, these tasks have been allocated to Committee of Management members and elders. That concludes the Southside Church's fire and evacuation instruction. If you have any questions about any of the information given in this presentation, please contact me at church offices. Thank you.